Hey everyone. So today we are looking at one of the most beautiful, most reassuring cards in the entire tarot deck, the Star. This is the card that shows up as this incredible symbol of peace, a moment of just profound calm and healing that comes right after a major crisis. I just love how the folks at Literad Toro put this. The Star is like a cosmic hug, you know? It's this quiet, gentle reassurance that even after the absolute worst has happened, healing isn't just possible, it's already underway. It's that moment where you finally get to catch your breath. Now, to really get the power of the Star, you have to know what comes right before it in the tarot's journey. It doesn't just show up out of nowhere. It's a direct, healing response to absolute, total chaos. Okay, so card 16 is the Tower. And if you know the tarot, you know the Tower is a moment of terror, of destruction. It's the complete collapse of everything you thought was stable in your life. It's a terrifying experience. But right after all that wreckage, card 17, the Star, arrives. And you can just feel the shift, can't you? From sudden chaos to gentle peace, from the ego being shattered to the soul being put back together. It is, literally, the calm after the storm. All right, so to really get to the heart of what this card is all about, let's break down its classic imagery, because every single element you see here is just packed with symbolic language that tells this incredible story of healing and reconnection. So the first thing you probably notice is this central figure is completely naked. But this isn't about weakness, not at all. It's actually about a kind of strength that you can only find in total honesty. See, after the Tower has come and stripped away everything false, every pretense, every mask you wear, all that's left is your pure, authentic self. This is vulnerability as a superpower. And check out the two jugs she's holding. With one, she's pouring water back into the pool. That's like replenishing the universal collective source of spirit. But with the other, she's pouring water onto the land. And that's nurturing new growth right here in the physical world. It's this beautiful, perfect cycle. You receive divine inspiration, and then you use it to create something real and alive. And those stars up in the sky, they are not just decoration. That big one in the center, that's your guiding light, your North Star. Some esoteric traditions even link it to Sirius, the dog star, which was a huge deal in ancient Egypt because its appearance signaled the life-giving flood of the Nile. And the 7 smaller stars, you can think of them as your 7 chakras, finally open, finally aligned, just channeling all this cosmic energy now that the blockages from the Tower are gone. You know, the kind of resilience you need to find hope, it's all embodied by that little bird in the tree. That's an ibis, a symbol of the Egyptian god of wisdom, Thoth. And this bird was famous for being the absolute last one to take shelter before a storm hit, and the very first one to come out after it passed. It just represents this incredible tenacity and optimism. It shows us that life always finds a way. And for those of you who really like to geek out on the deeper mystical stuff, the Star is mapped across so many different traditions. Astrologically, it's tied to Aquarius, the water bearer, a sign all about innovation and thinking about the future. In alchemy, it's the phase of Solutio, which is all about dissolving and purifying the spirit. And in Kabbalah, it's the path that connects victory with foundation, which is basically the journey of reconnecting with your truest self. And you know, the card's imagery, it's not just random. It actually weaves in these ancient myths about refuge and guidance and rebirth, stories that kind of echo through the stars themselves. I mean, just look at these stories. You've got Asteria, whose name literally means star, becoming a safe island after being chased. You've got the 7 Pleiades sisters finding safety in the cosmos to escape their pursuer. You have Sothis as the star Sirius, bringing renewal and fertility to the entire land. And Ishtar, the goddess of love, represented by that guiding 8-pointed star. It's the same themes over and over and over. Refuge, guidance, new life, and hope. Okay, so that's all the symbolism, but what does this all actually mean for you when this card shows up in a reading? Well, the Star offers a clear, gentle path toward your own personal healing and getting back in touch with your purpose. The card is basically giving you some really practical advice. First, acknowledge what you've been through. You survived a Tower moment. That's huge. Second, give yourself the space you actually need to recover. This isn't about rushing back into the fight. Third, start to trust your intuition again. That little quiet voice inside, that's your guide. And finally, as you heal, share that renewed energy. Your healing can actually help heal others too. And really, what this all comes down to is rediscovery. It's this powerful reminder that no matter what chaos you've been through, No matter what's been lost or destroyed, your true, essential self is still there. It's strong, it's bright, and it's untouched. The star is just the process of finding your way back home to that core. But let's be real for a second. After a crisis, feeling hopeful isn't always simple. It's not always easy. In fact, sometimes it can feel downright impossible. And the star gets that. It has a shadow side that acknowledges this really difficult truth. This is such a compassionate and wise insight from author Jessica Dorr. Sometimes hopelessness is a defense mechanism, isn't it? It's a way of protecting yourself from being disappointed one more time. The star understands this completely. It doesn't judge you for feeling hopeless. It just offers this gentle, quiet invitation to maybe, just maybe, consider hope again, whenever you're ready. So when this card appears in its shadow aspect, or when you're feeling it reversed, it's not a sign that you failed. Not at all. It's just pointing to feelings of exhaustion or disillusionment or just feeling disconnected. It's a signal that more time is needed for rest and really gentle self-care before you can step back into the light. So let's bring this all home. The ultimate message of the star isn't about some magical fix. It's about navigation. It's about finding your way forward when you have been completely and utterly lost. I love this quote from E.B. White because it frames hope in exactly the right way. Hope isn't some passive wish, it's an active tool for survival. It's the instrument you use to navigate when all your other maps have been burned. It's what's left. And that right there, that is the crucial takeaway. The star is not a guarantee of a perfect, happy ending. What it does guarantee is that a path forward exists. It's a promise that even in the deepest, darkest night, there's a light to navigate by. And as long as you can see that star, you are not lost. So in the end, the star leaves us with a question, right? Because it's not a destination, it's a direction. It invites you to look inward and ask yourself, what is my source of hope? What is that quiet, resilient, beautiful light that's guiding my journey home?